That's
Pennsylvania.
the number one issue I hear. This is going to come
You
down
have
to the
moved to New
economy.
Jersey.
And with
Why?
Jack, he's going to
I'm here
lower
for
the
one
property
reason.
taxes.
I
cap
believe
the
that
property
New Jersey
taxes,
is
and
winnable.
Also,
We are
how
here
about
to
those
sa-
electricity prices?
can't be
We need
here.
to bring those
Under what-
down too.
Why, Scott, in the last couple of months, electricity prices, utility prices have gone through the roof. Why is that?
Well, that's because Trenton Democrats want to rely on things like solar and wind, whereas we need an all-of-the-above approach to energy. We need to make sure that we're utilizing everything across the Garden State, and that's going to make life affordable for New Jersey families.
Okay, so the key here in New Jersey, you look back, it wasn't that long ago, Chris Christie, a Republican, was the governor, and now we've got a Democrat here in New Jersey, Mr. Murphy. This state is going back and forth. Why are you confident that you have registered enough voters to win this time?
Well, let's go over the data. In 2021, that election was decided by 84,000 votes. Even
we've got
4
a
years
Democrat
ago, it was
here in
narrow.
New Jersey.
New Jersey
Mr.
went from a
Murphy.
state that went double digits for Joe Biden to 5 percentage points from Donald Trump winning the Garden State, New Jersey. And I think we can win this November.
Well, that would tell folks a lot about what's going to happen next year in the midterms, because they say the way New Jersey and Virginia go, the midterms are going to go.
I think energy begets energy, momentum begets momentum. And if people want to protect the House of Representatives next year, that means that we need big, beautiful turnout this year. And I ask everybody, I ask for your vote for Jack Ciattarelli for governor on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025.
And real quickly, Scott, how many people have you registered to vote?
Oh my gosh, tens of thousands of voters. And we're not done, because the last day to register to vote is October 14th, Charlie Kirk's birthday. Go to nj.gov, and you register to vote today.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Tresta. Thank you very much, Scott. All right. LJ, big election, 25 days here in New Jersey.
No one works harder on the ground than Scott does. He turned it around for Donald Trump on the ground. Thanks, Steve. So thousands showing up to Turning Point USA's latest event. As our next guest says, Charlie Kirk's assassination lit a fire on college campuses. Why the movement just keeps on growing.
Home. 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 I was deployed to Afghanistan.
I was on patrol March 26, 2010.
During a dismounted patrol,
I happened to step in the wrong spot
and took a sniper round into the chest.
My arm was gone, so I closed my eyes, thinking to myself, if I just keep breathing, I will make it home to my wife.
The hardest thing in my life is to have to call and yell for my children to help pick me off the bathroom floor.
Where do you go when home isn't home anymore?
There are over 1,000 families that need our help. Talented Towers is honoring those heroes that risked their lives by providing them with mortgage-free homes.
This home will allow me to be self-sufficient.
It'll help me live my life. It gives me back some of my dignity.
Home.
Personal. Safety.
Dignity. Family. Independence. Confidence.
It's the American dream, isn't it?
Home.
I'd like to ask you to contribute $11 a month to support their efforts. Please visit TomicTheTowers.org.
Lowe's knows rewards members save more. And now, during Member Week at Lowe's, all rewards members can save up to 40% with big deals on select products and home essentials. Join for free and save.
And with AI, we can look at so much more than sales data. See that? Predictive analytics.
How long have you been doing this?
As long as we've been with BDO.
People who know BDO.
Save up to 50% on select styles of beautiful new carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and laminate from Empire Today. We'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. Visit EmpireToday.com or call
800-588-2300 Empire.
I took him to a local go-kart track.
He looked at us, he says, "This is what I want to do forever."
My name is Caden Ballas. I'm a race car driver from Concord, North Carolina. I take Balance of Nature fruits and veggies supplements. I'm very active. In the morning, I start at the gym, cognitive development, and overall physical cardio. I take it because it allows me to get phytonutrients and the variety of 31 different fruits and vegetables you're not getting on a daily basis. This is why Balance of Nature is so important.
Him putting the focus he has into getting himself healthy and fit really helps him on the track, and I can actually see that. He is so consistent
I know that he's really doing everything he can to be the best he can be inside that car. And to see him do that makes me very proud.
I'm doing exactly what I dreamed to do at age 7, and I'm taking balance of nature while I do it.
Fall Prime savings have been extended for a limited time. Get 40% off your first order as a preferred customer while supplies last. Go to balanceofnature.com and use code FALLPRIME.
Look at that.
That's my favorite.
Saturday in America with Kaylee McEnany.
Together, we'll walk through the news of the day and we'll get to the heart of the matter.
Saturdays on Fox News Channel.
I was going to buy golf pants for $90 until I played around in these that cost just $19. The Don pant from Fabletics is like nothing else. I walked 18 holes without breaking a sweat since these are so breathable. I was never uncomfortable lining up shots because the fabric is so light and stretchy. And they have pockets to hold everything I need. Play every round in style and comfort in the Don pant. Get yours for only $19 when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
Aquasana gave us more than just clean, healthy water. It gave us more space in the fridge, more room in the recycling bin, less carbon footprint, and ultimate peace of mind. Now up to 50% off at Aquasana.com.
As we age, we get lines, and that's okay. But our makeup needs change. That's why I created What the Foundation. It's ultra moisturizing and melts seamlessly into your skin. Learn more at jonesroadbeauty.com.
I find it challenging to come up with a gift that's really impactful, something that really makes a difference. Jolie has been a tremendous gift. It's something that is not only looks beautiful, but makes us feel amazing, and is something that we get to use every day.
Tired muscles and joints were keeping me from doing the things I love most. Not anymore. Blue Emu gave me my freedom back. It supports healthy muscles and joints.
Shop our expanded family of products at major online retailers.
Turning Point USA drawing another packed house in North Dakota. Our next guest has been involved with the group for 2 years and says membership has skyrocketed since Charlie Kirk's assassination. Turning Point USA Secretary at the University of North Dakota, Jaden Cota, joins us now. Good morning to you, Jaden.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Well, thanks for coming on. A packed house. What was your takeaway from last night?
Yeah, I think it was just absolutely astounding. I know we had a good number planned to come, but to see them all show up and the line out the door, couldn't even control the line. It was kind of going everywhere, but just astounding to see how many people really showed up and want to support our chapter moving forward.
Now, good morning to you, it's amazing. What was membership like when you started 2 years ago? Compare that to what it's like now.
Yeah, when I first started my freshman year, there was one member, and he kind of got us on board and kind of showed us the ropes. And then from then, it was just, for the first year, it was just our chapter leaders that were showing up to events. And we just slowly kind of grew and grew. And now with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, we have astounding numbers, overwhelming numbers that we're just kind of trying to hone in on now and get those people involved.
Jaden, why do you think that is? Explain the Charlie Kirk effect at your university.
Yeah, I think it really kind of lit a fire in everyone. All the students that were afraid to speak up are now stepping up and showing up on campus. The people that were on the fence about going to church are showing up with their kids. So I think the movement is just going, and that fire's lit, and it's up to my generation to make sure those flames don't die out.
I know that there were a number of speakers there. Here's a clip of stand-up comedian and Turning Point USA contributor. His name is Joe Bob Tylathy. He's explaining how he met Charlie Kirk and how he filled in as a comedian. Listen.
Now I'm sitting in front of Charlie Kirk himself saying, hey, there's 2,500 people out there. I know you're not Matt Walsh, who they're expecting. Please go entertain them. But Charlie must have seen something, because after that, he just looked at me and said, I believe in you. And so because of that, I can confidently say to all of you here that whatever your role in the conservative movement is, Charlie also believed in you.
Charlie inspired so many people. What does the future of Turning Point USA look like, in your opinion, Jaden?
I think Charlie started the movement as Turning Point USA, but I think with his assassination, the real turning point has just begun, and we're going to see great things in the future. Just as long with what Joe Bob said there, he believed in every one of us, and in private events, kind of like Chapter Leadership Summit in Tampa this past summer, he made sure that was evident, that he believed in each one of us, and it was up to us to lead the movement.
I remember after Charlie's assassination, so many adults were saying, we didn't know much about him. We didn't really know his message. But if you talk to any of my friends that have college-age kids, they all said, our kids knew exactly who he was. They listened to him all the time. Are you finding that to be the case on your campus, or are you seeing that people now know who Charlie was that didn't have a clue before?
I think a lot of it started with like the social media aspects, but even the parents in my family's generation, the older generation, we had students come up to our table and said, my parents told us to stop by and hear you out and hear what you guys have to say, and then started a connection there, and then laid to them volunteering for the event last night.
All right, Jaden, thank you so much. Thanks for coming on this morning. Congratulations for a great turnout last night.
Thank you very much.
Started with one person. Well, Charlie, but
Yes.
one person on your campus in Turning Point USA, and look at it now. God bless you. Thanks.
Absolutely. God
Have
bless.
a good weekend. Thank you. All right, let's hand it over to Carly. She has some headlines.
Yeah, Ainsley, and listen to this. We have some movement here. The latest polling from the New York City mayoral race shows that Zoran Mamdani's lead is shrinking now that Mayor Eric Adams is out of the running. Andrew Cuomo is now 13 points behind the Democratic Socialist, gaining 10 points since September. Republican Curtis Lewa trailing far behind. Cuomo posting, quote, "The path is now clear. This is a two-person race between me and Mamdani. The choice could not be clearer. Experienced, effective leadership that delivers for all New Yorkers, or ideological division and inexperience." A Florida police officer saving the life of a toddler who was running down a dark highway at night and was nearly hit by a car. The officer flashing his lights and blaring his horn to alert the driver, heading right toward that little boy. This happened in Northport, which is just south of Sarasota. That child was safely reunited with his family. And check this out, a South Carolina couple's Halloween display making it look like their house is on fire and leading to a spree of false alarms. Lights make it appear as though flames are in every single window and thick clouds of smoke billow out from under the porch. The elaborate show looks so real, their neighbors keep on calling the fire department. The couple is now urging the community not to call 911, posting on social media that it is harmless holiday fun. And those are your headlines. Ainsley, they're dedicated. And that's happening.
It does look real.
It really does. I would call too.
I
get where those numbers are coming
but
from.
if you see a house on fire, they're doing the right thing.
Yes.
I just hope that this now in Halloween, people don't say, "Oh, it's not real," and then they don't call.
That's a good point. Oh,
but that's
goodness.
really funny.
Yeah,
that's
it is
really
funny.
good.
And it's
All right.
fake, and that's good news.
All right, thank you, Carly.
Yes, right.
Crowds of people are heading back into Gaza with the peace deal agreed on and a ceasefire in place. We're going to talk to General Jack Keane about this. More on Fox and Friends. It's next.
Streaming now.
All right, bud, you ready?
Peacock brings the adventure of dragons home. How to Train Your Dragon. Rated PG. Streaming now only on Peacock.
If you're an illegal alien, this runway is your future because you're headed home. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. If you download the CBP Home app and you safely self-deport, you will receive financial assistance, a free flight, and the chance to come back to America legally. If you don't, you will be caught, fined, detained, and forcefully removed. Under President Trump's strong leadership, we follow the law, and our border is secure.
American business never stops. All across the nation, folks are waking up and heading off to work. Businesses big and small are leading the way. Their addresses may be local, but they've found a way to take their business global. Thanks to their partnership with the online marketplace Alibaba, American companies are now reaching global customers. And the impact means big business for the economy. U.S. companies are creating new sales opportunities and reaching new markets with Alibaba. And those sales support more American jobs, bigger American paychecks, and the American dream. American workers and businesses thrive with Alibaba. Sell globally and grow locally. Learn more at alibabapowersbusinesses.com.
You're going to face challenges when you get out of here, but you can still do almost anything.
If you focus exactly on loving the life that you're living right now, that's the whole deal right there.
Soul on Fire, now playing exclusively in theaters. Rated PG.
We love using organic materials like natural wood and stone for our nature-inspired designs.
They give your bathroom that peaceful, spa-like feel that Jenny loves.
Oh, you love it too.
I do.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here, guys, we're going to rip everything down to the studs.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call or visit rebath.com for your free in-home design consultation.
Another hole? It's all going to come together. I'm your man.
Asking the right question can greatly impact your future.
Are you really a licensed electrician?
Trust me. Not again.
Especially when it comes to your finances.
Do you have a question?
Are you a certified financial planner?
Yes, I'm a CFP professional.
CFP professionals are committed to acting in your best interest. That's why it's gotta be a CFP. Find your CFP professional at letsmakeaplan.org.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
It's here! Omaha Steaks Black Friday deals landed early, and they'll ring your bell. We're talking 50% off everything and an extra 20% off select packages. Plus, exclusive limited time deals across the site. These are the deals on USDA certified tender Omaha steaks you've been waiting for. It's all 50% off or more. Shop now to get the only steak delivery guaranteed to...
Whoa!
Amazing.
Love this.
At omahasteaks.com/TV.
With Chewy Pharmacy, save 20% and make every pet a healthy pet. Get quality meds to help with anything. Fleas, allergies, or recoveries. Delivered fast. For great prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy Pharmacy.
Harbor Freight tools keep getting better with time. Better performance, better durability, better value. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Unbeatable deals right now at Harbor Freight's parking lot sale. Don't miss out.
When Ainsley starts singing, you know it's a Friday.
Look at our clock. It says 7 o'clock with 8 seconds, and then it says a.m. I'm glad they told us it's the morning.
Right, I had no idea.
Yeah. Right, we had no clue.
Yeah.
Very thorough clock.
It's 7 a.m. on the East Coast. It's Friday. It's Friday, October the 10th, and this is Fox and Friends. This is a live look at a crowd, oh my God, it's unbelievable, of people heading back into Gaza as the world waits for the hostages to come out. General Jack Keane is on deck.
Because we have a couple hundred soldiers going into Israel.
That's
People
right.
want to know what they're going to be up to. And New York Attorney General Letitia James indicted. Yes, indicted on criminal bank fraud. What she's saying about the charges, plus this.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
God forbid.
Well,
Best ever.
She's now apologizing for that outburst.
Really?
You know what? We can watch this so many
Every
times.
day.
It's still
Oh, yeah.
good. We're going to
Over and
show
over.
it for you a little bit more in the show, so stay with us. But it sounds like we have heard her apology, the same one or very similar, before. We'll show you both of the apologies and both of the videos when she gets upset. All right, Fox and Friends starts right now.
Get dressed.
We're starting with a Fox News alert. Israel beginning to withdraw military forces from parts of Gaza after Israel's cabinet approved the Trump-brokered peace deal with Hamas.
Yeah, I guess 24 hours to move out, and they were able to do it, but not all the way out of Gaza yet. Israeli troops pulling back to an agreed-upon line within 24 hours, remaining in control of 50% of the Gaza Strip.
So that's when the clock begins. Hamas will have 72 hours to release all 48 hostages, including both the living and the dead.
And in Gaza, thousands of Palestinians begin returning to the north as the ceasefire is taking hold.
So we are live. We have live team coverage with Peter Doocy at the White House on the president's plans to visit Israel and the negotiations that led to the historic agreement.
But we begin with Steve Harrigan with the very latest in Israel. Good morning.
Brian, certainly those live images coming out of Gaza show that this ceasefire is in effect and is working. People feeling it's safe enough, Palestinians, to walk north, many of them heading back to their homes after being displaced by 2 years of warfare, making the walk north with the Mediterranean on their left. The withdrawal of Israeli forces has begun. It's to a predetermined line. Israeli forces will maintain control of just over 50% of Gaza. Just a short time ago, we heard from the Prime Minister, Netanyahu. He addressed the nation here. He said, in addition to giving up the hostages, Hamas is going to have to disarm. He said it's going to happen either the easy way or the hard way, implying that Israel will use force, if necessary, to make sure Hamas disarms. Finally, Israel has published a list of prisoners it's going to release from jail as a result of this deal. Some of those prisoners to be released carried out acts of terror that killed Israelis. Before this list was made public, Israeli officials notified family members, telling them that people who killed their family members may soon be released. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Steve. A lot of moving parts, and it seems like everyone's complying.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah, can we ask Steve a question?
Describe in detail, Steve, what we're seeing.
In Gaza.
Yeah, in Gaza. They're walking, it looks like, over that bridge. Where are they heading? Are they heading to the larger city in the background?
They are walking north. That's the Mediterranean on their left. They're on foot. A lot of families, a lot of these people have been displaced, moved from one place to another over 2 years of warfare. Now the fact that a ceasefire is in place, the guns are quiet, it's safe enough to begin back home. And this is really the clearest testimony that the ceasefire is holding. It's safe enough to go home.
So no cars. They have to walk. Their cars have been destroyed, or maybe they don't have cars?
I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah. Oh, there are some cars in there. Our producers are telling us.
It's mixed, but they believe. Thanks so much, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
So it's really hard to be skeptical right now because you have a situation where this thing is in full stride. Remember, the Saudis and their Saudi local broadcaster in Saudi Arabia on the Cairo Bureau has said the mission to collect all the hostages is already underway and put them into one area. Islamic Jihad, one of the terror groups that was not addressed, they seem to be for it. Even Iran has said positive things about it. So the pressure on Hamas and the belief among the Palestinian people that it's safe to go back, that means that they believe this is going to happen, number one. And number two, they believe that they're not going to be attacked by Hamas, who's been taking their aid for the last few years.
Brian, I'm shocked by that last point that you made about when it comes to Iran, because as many people know, it was Iran's goal to unite the Arab world and the Muslim world. And now the president has been able to do that in support of peace.
Yeah, it's economics first.
So Brian had an interview a little bit ago. He interviewed the brother-in-law of one of the hostages, and their story is just really sad. He was in the house with his wife and their 2 young daughters, 2.5 years old and 4 years old. They heard the siren sound in the middle of the night, woke them up. The terrorists entered their house, captured them. Then they fortunately left the mom and the kids at a neighbor's house, but they took the dad, they took the husband. And there have been some signs of life, 2 different signs of life, a video released by Hamas in April of last year, and then also some information from a released hostage saying he's still alive. Look at this beautiful family, and just separated because of these terrible individuals. Here is an interview, Brian's interview, with the brother-in-law who's speaking on behalf of the family.
We're so grateful that the president, the peace president, has achieved what people thought was impossible. My sister has been a rock ever since October the 7th. After she was rescued on that terrible day alongside the rest of my family, and process the fact that Omri was taken in front of her eyes, brutally taken after they were all held captive. It was live streamed on Facebook by the terrorists. I've been following her footsteps to ensure that Omri's story and the story of all the hostages is being heard, and the president heard us. And that's why this amazing president, who has been doing everything he can to ensure all stakeholders commit to a deal, managed to make this breakthrough. I'm so grateful for him and his administration.
And you might have seen him in that video. Remember when they found out that the president had done this deal. There it is right there. And the president was on the phone talking to the family members. You can see the man that you interviewed, Brian.
The gray suit.
I just find myself still being impressed that the president has maintained a relationship with those families throughout the entire conflict. He's had that one-on-one time with them.
President Trump is expected to return to the Middle East on Sunday as we learn more about the negotiations that led to this historic peace deal.
Peter Doocy is live at the White House with the details. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning. And now that the first part of this peace deal is in effect, President Trump is no longer just outright dismissing the idea of some point recognizing a Palestinian state. That is something that he did as recently as last month at the UN, saying that it would be a reward for Hamas. Listen here to how he is answering that question now.
We're going to see how it all goes. And, you know, there's a point at which we may do something that would be a little bit different and maybe very positive for everybody. But we'll be looking at that at the time. I think we'll get to that. I think we'll get to that period, too.
President Trump spent a lot of time on the phone this week with his two negotiators on the ground, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Mr. Kushner has kept a very low profile during the second Trump administration compared to the first time, but used contacts and experience from negotiating the Abraham Accords to help the president get the deal across the finish line.
I really want to say that this all would not have been possible without the bravery of the IDF and the soldiers, what they've accomplished not just in Gaza, but also what they've done in the theater over the last couple of years to eliminate Hezbollah in the north and really degrade them.
This morning, President Trump is going to be off to Walter Reed for a planned physical, and then the plan is at some point this weekend for him to visit the Middle East. Back to you.
Do we know where he's going, Peter? I mean, originally I thought Egypt, right? And then Israel, but have you heard anything?
We know that Egypt is a possible stop because that's where they were having these peace talks, and then he is invited to speak to the Israeli Knesset at some point this weekend. We don't know exactly which day, but they are finalizing those plans here today.
Right, and meanwhile, you got the shutdown. So when the president leaves, you got to think the shutdown's not going to end. So does he leave, and where does he go?
It's going to be at Walter Reed today.
Basically, from a practical perspective, that just means that everybody that is going with him, for the most part, is not getting paid. So they can do things like travel the world and find money that was not appropriated or that had already been appropriated. But it's just everybody else on the plane is not getting paid. And then when they get back, they will address that because we don't think it's going to end before Tuesday when the Senate comes back.
Okay.
Right. Thanks, Pete.
Can you imagine the reaction he's going to get when he's in Israel?
I also think it's embarrassing for us as a country when you have the president that just settled a decade's problem, got two sides that totally don't agree with each other to find peace, yet our representatives can't get a budget done.
So,
good point.
But with the first phase being implemented, the most important phase you could argue, but the second phase is really going to be getting people in there to set up a provisional government, a peace council. A lot of them may be Westerners. I know that was a problem with Iraq on the transition. Number two is getting Hamas to actually decommission their weapons. So how do you do that? And who is Hamas? They haven't been dressed in uniforms in quite some time. So that's going to be the tough part. I'm not saying it's hard, it's impossible. But that's why we got to watch this. The key part, though, is the prisoners, the fighting stops, the prisoners out.
Also, how do you de-radicalize people? I mean, that's going to be a genuine conversation.
When they've been trained as little children 100%. To think a certain way. Right. Well, here in New York, remember Letitia James? She ran on the fact that she was going to take down Donald Trump. Well, now she's being taken down.
Yep. A federal grand jury in Virginia has indicted New York Attorney General Letitia James on criminal charges after an investigation by the Department of Justice.
Chanley Painter has the details. Good morning, Chanley.
Hey, good morning. So New York Attorney General Letitia James facing federal mortgage fraud charges after prosecutors say she falsely claimed a home in Virginia as her second residence while using it as a rental property. A federal grand jury finding that she was then able to obtain more optimal loan terms. Well, James now faces a 2-count indictment, including 1 count of bank fraud and 1 count of making false statements to a financial institution. Each count carries a potential sentence of up to 30 years in prison and up to $1 million in fine and forfeiture.
This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system. These charges are baseless, And the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump Organization.
Critics of President Trump say he called on the Justice Department to bring charges against James as retribution for previous lawsuits she brought against the commander-in-chief during his first term, something that those in the administration and federal prosecutors, of course, deny. The U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia say this, quote, no one is above the law. The charges as alleged in this case represent intentional criminal acts and tremendous breaches of the public's trust. The facts and the law in this case are clear, and we will continue following them to ensure that justice is served. James is set to be arraigned on October 24th. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say untruths to banks. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks so much.
And you really can't talk about weaponization when you have a person that campaigned on getting Donald Trump and then did it once they became the attorney general. I just don't have the appetite to hear about.
She would sit in the court, kick off her shoes, and just watch the whole trial every single day.
I know.
Right?
All right, so out in California, Katie Porter she's ahead in the polls, running for governor of that large state. And remember this, let's start with the video. She's apologizing for this interview. Watch.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%. Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
So it's not just the questions that she was upset with. She was just incredibly nasty to the reporter. Why do you think I need Trump voters? And then laughing off screen. Right. Like, well, God forbid you work on bipartisanship of getting voters.
But the thing is, Lawrence, she's most likely going to finish over the Democrat. So you do have to win over Trump voters. The one who wins most of that 40% is going to be the next governor.
Right.
And so you do have to, like, what's your strategy to win them over? Well, hey, this is where we agree, and this is what I hope to do.
All right, so we're going to show you the apologies, because she also apologized for this back in September.
Yeah, here's what she said.
Hold on, wait, can we watch what she did in September first? Can we listen to what she said in September, and then we'll get to the apologies. Is that okay?
I think so.
And the state could lose get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that if we don't make the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot.
Wow, so, that's for staffers.
The staffer's trying to help her. She's put out misinformation, and the staffers normally have to clean up all of that mess.
Right.
So she's saying, hey, let me tell you, it's not this before we, this is a pre-tape, so we can correct the record real quickly. And she goes, okay, you're still in my shot. And I'm just like, who treats their people like that? Right. It's so nasty.
So she did apologize, and if the apology sounds familiar, well, you make the call at home. On Wednesday, she says this: it's no secret I hold myself and my staff to a high standard. And that was especially true as a member of Congress. I have sought to be more intentional in showing gratitude to my staff for their important work. That was in 2023. And now in September 2023, when she was caught, she says, it's no secret that I hold myself and my staff in Congress to a high standard. I am not shy about calling out when something isn't meeting my expectations. I believe in accountability on behalf of my constituents, but it has never been my intention to be overzealous or to make anyone feel undervalued in their work. As I've served in Congress, I've sought to be more intentional at demonstrating my gratitude to my staff for the important work that they do in service to the country. They work incredibly hard, and I'm so proud of what we have accomplished together. So basically, the body of the apology is exactly the same 2 years later.
She basically just said, how did I apologize last time? Let me just take some lines from that apology.
She fired a staffer before for giving her COVID.
Right.
Who does that?
I think that's illegal.
Right.
But here's the thing. Do you notice that when that person gets yelled at, when that staffer, the person doesn't shudder? You know what it means? Right. She's getting yelled at all the time like that. Just used to being blasted left and right. So that means that is the tempo
That's
of
who she is.
Right. So they're getting called for her to step out, but why?
She's
by other Democrats
right now.
Curious to see what the polls look like, though,
right.
like in a week, because they
Mic
drop. Could go down.
Help is not on the way if that's your next governor of California.
All right, let's check in with Steve. He's having breakfast with friends in New Jersey ahead of the Chitterelli rally tonight. Over to you, Steve.
Good morning, LJ and Ainsley and Brian as well. Live from the Vegas Diner, it's Fox and Friends. Good to have you all here. So many people showed up this morning. What's your name?
Justin.
Justin, scoot over for a second. All right, Justin, you know, tonight Jack Chitterelli is going to have a big rally here,
Yes, sir.
right? Because he thinks, because last time he ran for governor, he was that close to winning. Tonight he's going to have a rally here. As a voter here in New Jersey, what are your big issues?
Cost of living and sanctuary cities. We need to get rid of sanctuary cities and supporting the president, President Trump.
Okay, just like that.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to finish that French toast?
I will.
It looks really good. All right. Thank you very much, Justin. Right over here, this is somebody who met me at the door. You're running for office.
Yes, I'm running for tax collector in Abington, Pennsylvania.
Hey, he's a tax collector. That's okay.
All right. So I just... So I want to say hello, Abington. I want to thank Steve for putting me on. It's great. I'm having a great time.
Okay, so. Good luck to you. All right, let's come on over here. Somebody from New Jersey. He's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. We were outside with him.
All right. So what's your name?
Debbie.
So Debbie, what are the big issues for folks who are watching right now? They don't know much about Jersey
Taxes,
politics.
Cost of living, electric bills, you name it. We need a change.
Okay, so we've had Phil Murphy here in New Jersey. I say we. I've lived here for 31 years. But you know what? Jack Chitterelli almost won last time, the Republican. And this time, it's a dead heat, according to the latest Emerson poll.
No, I think we got this.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
What, do you just notice that the country seems to be...
Yes, there is definitely a tide turning. Yeah.
Okay.
Bring on that red wave.
All right. You're taking home lunch.
Yeah.
Wow. You're leaving a big tip.
Yeah.
Service here is great, right?
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. All right. Let's come on over here. These fellas.
Hey,
What's your
Steve
name?
Owen. Dennis.
Dennis, how was breakfast?
Breakfast was fantastic.
It looks like you had a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a chipped beef on toast.
You picking up the tab, Steve?
I'm picking up his tab, just like that. Dennis, tonight Jack Chitterelli's having a rally here in New Jersey.
We'll be there.
Do you think Jersey could actually turn red?
I do believe so. It's going to be different this time.
Because you're wearing blue.
Guaranteed. Well, I didn't think about it before I came, but I'm going to go home and change into red.
Okay. You'd like to see that tonight. So you're confident that this time there will, you know, a year from now there's going to be a Republican in the State House or in the governor's mansion.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
All right.
I feel that positive about it.
All right. Well, it's very nice to meet you.
We'll see you tonight.
Yeah, indeed. All right, folks, good job. I'm picking up that guy's tab right there. And I'm picking up the tax collector's tab, too. Give me your tab.
Can I say my name? Can I say my name? My name's Giuseppe Bucci.
Okay, I'm picking up your tab. All right. Give me your tab. All right, there you go. All right, we'll see if that ever gets paid. All right, Brian, Ainsley, and Lawrence, back to you guys.
Hey, Steve, I think you can write that off because it's work-related. Could you find out if you can write that off? Yeah, I'm
Not
pretty
gonna
sure.
be a problem.
Absolutely good.
I love Giuseppe's the modern-day Matthew.
Right.
Loved by Jesus. Right?
Giuseppe Bucci is very Irish, right? Am I correct? Is that an Irish name?
Look where he's going to go. It's one of his relatives.
I know. I didn't know. Carly and I were saying we didn't know that was an elected official. Isn't that called the IRS?
Absolutely. You notice he was eating alone. Right. Hey, I collect taxes. Where is everybody?
Oh, Ainsley, that was my first reaction because they booed him. I said Jesus would not boo him. He was a tax collector.
That's right. That's
Giuseppe Bucci from New Jersey. How New Jersey is that name? I know 100
hopefully in the break we roll one of those IRS commercials if you haven't paid the IRS. So this way we could just merge the
I know
news
that guy
story.
in the commercial who has like so much debt, and he says, "I also have 5 kids and haven't paid the IRS."
I mean,
for
did
like
he
8 years.
forget? Did he forget?
I don't know.
Or did he just,
I loved Gary at the end.
That company came in and helped him.
They're a great company.
Right.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
Should I take it away? We do have some more news to get to. Out in Illinois, a federal judge there temporarily blocking the Trump administration from deploying the National Guard in Illinois. 500 National Guard troops arrived in the Chicago area on Monday to protect federal law enforcement after protests broke out near ICE facilities. The Illinois governor, Chicago mayor, and state attorney general all celebrating that judge's decision. Another hearing on October 22nd will determine if the judge's order should extend for another 2 weeks. A federal judge is ordering the man accused of igniting the deadly Palisades fire to stay in jail, citing concerns over his mental health. During Thursday's hearing, a special agent testified that before his arrest, police were called twice last month to the Florida home where Jonathan Rinderneck was staying with family. The first time he had allegedly gotten into an argument with his sister and threatened to burn the house down. The second time, his father had found a gun in his room. Rinderneck is charged with destruction of property using fire. If found guilty, he faces up to 20 years behind bars. And listen to this. Sister Jean Dolores Schmidt, the beloved team chaplain and super fan of the Loyola Ramblers men's basketball team, has died at the age of 106. Sister Jean joined Ainsley, Brian, and Steve in studio back in March of 2023 when she was just 103 years young. Watch.
We all want to live 100 years. What's the secret?
Well, I tell people when they ask me that question that I eat well, I sleep well, and hopefully I pray well.
What does this basketball team mean to you? What has it meant to your life?
My basketball team, it keeps me young. All these young people keep me young at heart.
Sister Jean is being remembered as a woman of prayer, dedicated, educator, and bearer of hope. And now she is in heaven.
106.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a long life.
Born in 1919.
She was precious. Oh my gosh, she saw so much over the course of those 106 years. God bless her.
So cute.
All right,
Looks
Carly.
so sweet.
Yeah. Did you say good?
Yes.
More good news. 23 minutes after the hour, listen to this. Crowds of people continue to head back to Gaza, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff says the 72-hour period to release hostages has officially begun.
I knew when you were rushing, General Jack King was about to join us. He's next.
For 250 years, the U.S. Navy has sailed in harm's way, choosing ships over shore so Americans live in peace. At HII, we're proud of our shipbuilding legacy, and we look ahead to a hybrid fleet where manned-unmanned teams work as one, to AI-powered autonomy, to seamless operations across domains. HII is delivering the advantage for the Navy's tomorrow, today. Thank you to all who serve.
Owning land isn't for everyone, but you're not everyone. Sure, you have a place to settle down, but that doesn't mean you're the type to settle. Meet the Mahindra 1100 and 2100 series. Engineered to be tougher and smarter than anything else in the field. With a reliable diesel engine, our best ever lift capacity, and easy-to-use intuitive tech, your toughest jobs have finally met their match. Mahindra, out working the field.
Get 0% for 84 months or up to $4,000 cash back on the Mahindra 1100 and 2100.
It's the Buy More, Save More sale at Cabinets to Go. Save up to 40% on a huge selection of popular color and style combinations. Plus, get a free 3D design and watch your dream kitchen come to life. Cabinets to Go. Wow for less.
There's the measurement fee, delivery fee, restocking fee.
And installation.
That's not my department.
With Empire's Home Floor Advantage, we have clear, all-inclusive pricing.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. CBIZ, your company started here. Hello? But look at you now. Your small team has become a not-so-small team. It's time for CBIZ. Accounting, advisory, insurance, and more. CBIZ. Insights that impact.
Ever worry that you're drinking too much? Take back control with Or Health. Or Health provides access to medication proven to help. A daily pill to drink less. Or to quit drinking altogether. Text Fox News to 710-710 to learn more.
Hey there, I'm Art Edmonds, jacuzzi bath remodel expert here to answer your questions. Why should I upgrade my bath or shower? You can't stand the outdated look, the color, the cracked tiles, or maybe you're upgrading for safety. We offer an easy entry design, grab bars, a custom seat, and adjustable shower head.
Call right now and Jacuzzi will waive installation costs with no interest and no payments for up to a year.
How long does getting a new bath or shower take? With Jacuzzi Bath Remodel, installation takes place in as little as 1 day.
Beautiful work. Flawless.
Why is Jacuzzi the best company to choose? With thousands of happy customers.
Amazing.
You can trust Jacuzzi to get the bathroom of your dreams.
It exceeded all my expectations.
Call or go online now to jacuzzibathremodel.com. For a limited time offer, we're waiving all installation costs, plus zero interest and zero payments for up to 1 year.
Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-384-3651.
The Art of the Deal. Jameson Greer breaks down America's big trade wins and what's still on the table. Plus, Lara tackles the Pete and Bobby Challenge with some special guests. Saturday on My View.
These bills are crazy.
She has no idea she's sitting on a gold mine.
Well, she doesn't know that if she owns a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, she can sell all or part of it to Coventry for cash, even a term policy.
Even a term policy?
Even a term policy!
Find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. Call Coventry Direct today at 800-496-9200 or visit coventrydirect.com.
What if getting older didn't mean living with joint discomfort, brain fog, or low energy? Qualia Senolytic is the only all-in-one clinically tested formula with 9 ingredients designed to help your body clear aging cells. Taken just 2 days a month, this regimen works at the cellular level to rejuvenate energy and support longevity, helping you stay active and energized. With Qualia Senolytic, life truly gets better with age. Start today at qualialife.com/TV.
It's such an amazing gift because it's something that you can use every day. It's making you healthier and it's making your hair better and your skin better, and it's like one of those simple little luxuries that you can indulge in every day.
Pain was keeping me off my game. And now I'm winning again. Blue Emu's the powerful relief I need.
Shop our expanded family of products at major online retailers.
All right, you are looking live as thousands of Palestinians are making their return to Gaza City, it looks like in the foreground, as the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has begun because the IDF has backed out as they were supposed to. Thanks to this historic peace plan, it's been brokered and led by Donald Trump. Special Envoy Witkoff confirming this moments ago. The IDF has completed phase 1 of the withdrawal from Gaza, which means the clock has begun ticking on the 72-hour countdown to release all 48 of the remaining hostages, 20 plus considered to be alive. This as the U.S. sends 200 troops to Israel to help oversee the process. Retired 4-star General, Fox News senior strategic analyst Jack Keane joins us now to react. General, your thoughts about the events that are taking place in real time?
Well, certainly phase 1 appears to be a success. Israel has gone to the so-called yellow line, where they're still occupying 53% of Gaza. Hamas wanted it to be down to 30%. They had to make a concession. Israel kind of got what it wanted here. The second thing is certainly the release of the hostages. Estimates are within 72 hours, certainly those hostages will be released. I think that calculates to sometime on Monday. The dead hostages, it's probably going to take many days to be able to recover those bodies, if they're actually able to recover all of them, to be frank about it. Hamas is giving consideration, give us about 10 days to be able to work through that problem, because they don't have all of those bodies and they don't know where all those locations are. So that may take some time. But the real issue in front of us, assuming the release of the hostages and the exchange of prisoners takes place as planned, is phase 2. And is Hamas going to disarm as they say they're going to do, or are they going to renege on the deal? The critical point here is the point that Netanyahu has made and the president has backed them. If they refuse to disarm, then the green light is given to Netanyahu to finish it and force that disarmament. And President Trump publicly is backing that. And that threat of force and that support for Israel from day one of this administration has made such a difference in this war. When you compare it to what Biden was doing, don't go into Rafah, don't attack Hezbollah, don't attack Iran. All three of those things were removed when Trump came in, gave them all the ammunition, all the weapons they need, full throttle support for what you need to do to finish the war in Gaza. Yes, go ahead and attack Hezbollah. Yes, go ahead and attack Iran, and we'll provide the decisive blow to do that. That has fundamentally changed the Middle East in terms of broad peace and stability in the future. We are on a pathway that we haven't had in 40-plus years as a result of indisputable American leadership exercising its strength. And what a difference that makes when it's on display like this.
And you've always said that. You got to show you fully back Israel without alienating the Arab world. Many thought that would be impossible. Trump has done that because the people in the Gulf states especially seem to really respect the president. So therefore, he's got some cred on the street. So, General, the next phase is interesting. You mentioned disarming. What about an international peace force in there to provide security? Do you have a sense of what countries will be represented in there? And number two, does everyone agree those terror tunnels have to be destroyed?
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about disarming rockets and missiles, the factories that assemble them, the factories that do the manufacturing, particularly of the small-range rockets, the tunnel complexes themselves. All of this has to be done before anybody talks about restoring Gaza. And if Hamas doesn't disarm, there's no restoring Gaza until that fact takes place. And that is what is on the table in Phase 2. And it remains to be seen. Is Hamas lying to us when they say, yes, we'll disarm? Likely. I think the opportunity for them to surrender and get their own personal freedom is on the line here. We'll see if they're going to take Israel up and the United States on that. So that's a huge question mark. Phase 1 will likely, hopefully, succeed. We've got a couple of days to go to make certain that's really going to happen. Phase 2 is going to be a challenge. And yes, an international force will be in there enforcing the ceasefire, and also, as I mentioned, trying to find and help recover those bodies if Hamas needs assistance with it. But Phase 2 is the critical thing, because Phase 2 brings us to the end of the war. And that's what makes this deal so attractive. It is not just about the hostage release in exchange for prisoners. Is an important an issue that is to the Israeli people, and we all understand the emotions and passions involved in here. But it's the first step to ending the war. And that's why this deal is so different than all the other ones that have been on the table. The opportunity is there. Whether we're going to be able to get there or not certainly depends on one factor here, and that's Hamas. Are they going to surrender or not? Or do we have to force their surrender?
All right, General, thanks so much. I know you're going to be on over the weekend, and if Hamas doesn't surrender, not only are they going to be going against their word of Israel and the U.S., but also Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, all those other countries that were involved. General Jack Keane, thanks so much.
Yeah, great talking to you, Brian. Have a wonderful weekend, you and the team.
And the General's got a great perspective, not only his knowledge, but he was just meeting with the Prime Minister over in Israel. So, who won the Nobel Peace Prize? Fox and Friends weekend co-hosts Rachel Campos-Duffy and Griff Jenkins are here to tell us. Plus, the First Lady has a big announcement today. We're going to tell you what we know.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
Floors. He needs to up his ground game.
Well, we can measure it.
Measure?
Lowe's can measure and install it for you.
You can't measure passion, right, Jim? Stop trying to work the crew. This is Jim, one of the greats, and handsome.
Selling a car is a big deal. You've had some big moments. Okay, and some wrong turns. But when you're ready to sell, Car Gurus is a big help. Get multiple offers instantly, so you choose the best deal. Car Gurus, the #1 most visited car shopping site.
10,000 by next month?
I don't see... Hey, we won't know unless we try, right? How long have we waited for something like this?
We'll have to alert suppliers, coordinate shipments.
Already alerted, already coordinated. Every supplier sees changes as they happen.
Since when can we just scale up mid-cycle?
Since we brought in BDO.
People who know BDO.
Love your plugins but wish you had more scent control? Meet the Febreze Plug Scent Booster. Enjoy the same 50 days of continuous scent as Febreze Plug, including a cord for flexible placement options and a boost button for extra scent. Febreze Plug Scent Booster.
Great pair of lungs. Shame about your swollen gums. You need Parodontax, clinically proven to help reverse 4 signs of early gum disease. The gum experts.
Hi, I'm Jay Jackson. For almost 20 years, Abacus Life has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors. And in just seconds, you can use the free calculator at abacuspays.com to learn what your policy might be worth.
For many of my clients, selling their life insurance to Abacus was right for them and their estate plan.
Don't sell or lapse your policy without going to abacuspays.com first. There are no fees and no obligations. Get the real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. With signs and graphics, you can save anything. Transforming your space begins at our place. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Have you ever considered getting a walk-in tub? Well, look no further. Safe Step's best offer just got better. Now, when you purchase your brand new Safe Step walk-in tub, you'll receive a free shower package. Yes, a free shower package. And if you call today, you'll also receive $1,500 off your entire order. Now you can enjoy the best of both worlds with the therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and even improve sleep. Or, if you prefer, you can take a refreshing shower, all in one product. Call now to receive a free shower package plus $1,500 off your brand new Safe Step walk-in tub.
Call now, 1-800-756-8232. There's never been a better time. That's 1-800-756-8232.
Nature made fruits and vegetables whole for a reason. When you isolate nutrients, you lose the teamwork that makes them powerful. At Balance of Nature, we prepare and freeze-dry the produce to help preserve it just as nature made it. Every apple, carrot, and broccoli is packed with thousands of phytonutrients, plant nutrients that give them color, taste, smell, and the stuff your body wants. That way, you're not getting isolated parts. You're experiencing the full range of naturally occurring phytonutrients.
It's here!
Omaha Steaks Black Friday deals landed early, and they'll ring your bell. We're talking 50% off everything and an extra 20% off select packages. Plus, exclusive limited time deals across the site. These are the deals on USDA certified tender Omaha steaks you've been waiting for. It's all 50% off or more. Shop now to get the only steak delivery guaranteed to...
Whoa!
Amazing.
Love this.
At omahasteaks.com/TV.
Everyone's getting that new Simply Safe outdoor monitoring.
How do we compete with AI-powered outdoor cameras and live agent monitoring?
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Whoa! I didn't even see those guys.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collarsandco.com.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
This Friday does include some nice weather across the nation as you look at your national forecast. But the big weather maker, that is that ball of rain currently sitting off the southeast coast, sitting off the Florida coast. It's going to turn into a nor'easter. Not quite formed yet. There's that low pressure system. Once it forms, it runs up the coast on Saturday into Sunday. By Sunday, you're really setting in the mid-Atlantic. You're talking winds 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. Very heavy rain. And if you're in this area already, you know it's cold. So it is going to be a raw weekend. Here's some of those wind forecasts are from the Outer Banks, 40, 50 miles an hour up to New York City, 40, 50 miles an hour. Some spots in between, maybe getting winds up to 60 miles an hour going to be a raw weekend, and that, of course, will include some coastal flooding because all of those winds are coming from the ocean, pushing on land, and that is just going to be pushing a wall of water. Certainly a story we will continue to watch. Those are the weather headlines for now. LJ, throw it over to you.
All right, thanks, Adam. So the Nobel Peace Prize winner has been announced.
The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2025 to Maria Corina Machado for her tireless work promoting democratic rights for the people of Venezuela and for her struggle to achieve a just and peaceful transition from dictatorship to democracy.
Here to react are Fox and Friends Weekend co-hosts Rachel Campos-Duffy and Griff Jenkins. Before I get y'all reaction to this, I just want to play a flashback of Maria here on Fox and Friends. Let's watch it.
You have been in hiding for over a year. Are you worried for your safety?
Well, we all are. There are more than 800 political prisoners that are under the horrible conditions, inhumane conditions. They have been tortured. They have been hurt. Everybody that raises their voice here in Venezuela is threatened. But Maduro is well mistaken if he thinks that this will stop us in the country. We are organized, and there's this growing hope that finally we'll have freedom coming to Venezuela.
Rachel, I needed to play that because you and I both adore Maria and think that she is a freedom fighter. They have put us in a pickle because we we love her and respect all the things that she's done in Venezuela. I mean, she's literally hiding right now. But we also respect what the president has done for peace, world peace. What do we do?
Well, listen, you're right. She's the bravest woman in all of Latin America. Every time she's come to an interview at Fox and Friends or on Fox Noticias, she comes in hiding. She has been doing this at great risk to her life. And she is an amazing figure, and she is an inspiration to her people. But and no one has conducted more interviews with her at Fox than I have, and I've never done an interview with Maria Corina Machado where she hasn't started the interview by saying, I want to thank President Donald Trump. She understands that the fate of her country and a peaceful transition, which is what she's asking for and calling for all the time, depends on President Donald Trump, because he is the only one who has been brave enough to take on Nicolas Maduro, who is a narco-terrorist who is funding his regime and the torture chambers where they have put so many of the opposition leaders and activists in. All of that is funded with narco dollars that only President Donald Trump has had the will and the courage to take on this network. And so I think she is a brave freedom fighter. I think this will bring attention to her cause and to her people. And I believe that in her heart, she's thinking about her people and about President Donald Trump and what he can do to help bring about peace and liberty in Venezuela. Boy, do these people deserve it.
So the rub also is, Griff, the applications had to be submitted by January.
That's right.
So the committee could do something unprecedented. They could keep Maria with this category and award her for last year's, and then they can announce the president for the following year immediately, and everybody would be happy.
They sure could, Lawrence. And look, only 4 presidents have ever gotten the Nobel: Wilson, Roosevelt, Carter, and Obama. And even the New York Times and the Washington Post are now saying that President Trump does deserve it. But it is worth noting, look, no one poses a greater threat to democracy in the Western Hemisphere than Venezuela's dictator, Nicolas Maduro. No one has fought harder against that than Maria Corina Machado. And to my co-host, Rachel, no one has done more to shine a light on that growing threat that the Nobel chairman mentioned, a growing threat to democracy. And Rachel has really brought a strong light to shine on that, and it's very important. So I think you do have the track of President Trump undeniably deserving and likely to eventually get the Nobel. But at the same time, Maria Corina Machado is certainly someone that we should be talking more and more about, and no one has done more to that end than my co-host, Rachel.
That's right. Rachel, what do you got coming up on the show this weekend?
Well, we have Jack Keane. We're going to have the Israeli ambassador, Danny Danon. We're having Kayleigh McEnany, Laura Trump, Steve Hilton, who probably will comment on Katie Porter and so much of the politics going on in California. So I just want to thank you so much for bringing a highlight to this issue this morning. I'm going to forgive you, Lawrence, for playing a clip where I'm wearing the exact same shirt I'm wearing today.
Listen. Rachel, you look lovely in it. That's all that matters. I appreciate
I love
y'all.
you, Lawrence.
I see
Okay.
you. I love you back. All right, Rachel and Griff.
Bye-bye.
So Steve is having breakfast with friends at Vegas Diner in New Jersey. We'll check back in with him next.
And Doug.
Imagine if we could tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds.
Leave him! It's a mascot! Oh, what's this? A fan has run out onto the field and he's not wearing pants.
Do birds need pants?
Leave him! And the control room censored it.
Oh! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Before starting Seeds DSO1, I would have frequent uncomfortable visits to the bathroom. Almost like a sour feeling and a bloated feeling. It was really affecting my life. After taking DSO1, I would feel consistent throughout every day. It was nice to wake up, feel regular, and then go about my day and not have any other bathroom visits. DSO1 is definitely going to be a part of my long-term health journey.
Visit seed.com to start DSO1 today.
American business never stops. All across the nation, folks are waking up and heading off to work. Businesses big and small are leading the way. Their addresses may be local, but they've found a way to take their business global. Thanks to their partnership with the online marketplace Alibaba, American companies are now reaching global customers. And the impact means big business for the economy. U.S. companies are creating new sales opportunities and reaching new markets with Alibaba. And those sales support more American jobs, bigger American paychecks, and the American dream. American workers and businesses thrive with Alibaba. Sell globally and grow locally. Learn more at alibabapowersbusinesses.com.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
It's the Buy More, Save More sale at Cabinets to Go. Save up to 40% on a huge selection of popular color and style combinations. Plus, get a free 3D design and watch your dream kitchen come to life. Cabinets to Go. Wow for less.
Make a move. I dare you.
With Ring, you can protect your home from anywhere.
You deserve the best. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Unbeatable deals right now at Harbor Freight's parking lot sale. Don't miss out.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
What if getting older didn't mean living with joint discomfort, brain fog, or low energy? Qualia Senolytic is the only all-in-one clinically tested formula with 9 ingredients designed to help your body clear aging cells. Taken just 2 days a month, this regimen works at the cellular level to rejuvenate energy and support longevity, helping you stay active and energized. With Qualia Senolytic, life truly gets better with age. Start today at qualialife.com/BOGO.
It's such an amazing gift because it's something that you can use every day. It's making you healthier and it's making your hair better and your skin better. And it's like one of those simple little luxuries that you can indulge in every day.
Turn back the clock on aging skin with OneSkin's proprietary OS1 peptide. The first peptide proven to reverse skin aging to help your skin look, feel, and behave like youthful skin. Shop now and see the difference.
Don't stay too late.
I'll try.
Friday night, closing the books. Just a few more hours. That's not true. $120 for what? It's gonna need some coffee. Uh-oh. Who authorized this? Did we pay this twice? Well, hello. Did Ramp just auto-code all the invoices? All the receipts are here. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Love closing the books on time. Ramp. Love finance.
All right. All right, live from the Vegas Diner in Wildwood, New Jersey. It's Fox and Friends. And joining us right now is the congressman. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your congressman from the 2nd District in the U.S. Congress. It is Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, good morning to you. All right, so we're down here in southern New Jersey. Jack Ciattarelli, who is running for the position of governor here. Last time he came that close to winning. This time, it's a dead heat. You, as a former Democrat who is now a Republican, you think that the whole state is kind of turning.
It is. People are getting tired of it. You know what? And you can see it when you speak with them, when you listen to what they have to say. They're tired of high taxes, high tolls, high fees. They're tired of being a sanctuary state. They are tired.
All right, Carly, over to you, who is also from New Jersey.
That's right. I have that in common with the diner, Ainsley.
Yes, you do.
All right, listen to this. In just hours, First Lady Melania Trump will make an announcement at the White House. The specifics of this event are still under wraps, but it is also beginning to look a lot like a gold-themed Christmas. The office of the First Lady offering a glimpse
Carly,
into this year's
over to
White
you, who is
House
also
decor
from New
in a
Jersey.
social media teaser. I have that will in be a common with departure the from the diner, 40 red Ainsley. trees that All right, decorated listen the to White this. House In back just in hours, 2018, First Lady Melania Trump will make American treasures. And this Halloween, the average household is expected to spend nearly $60 on candy, as a new report finds that Halloween candy prices are soaring. Americans are